Joey, do you have a packet for me? He's the acting Mr. Rossi. Richard
Go ahead and get started. So I want to let everybody know publicly, first of all, this is not a normal public meeting. It's actually next week. This is typically a state work session for the board of our caucus. We do not normally, typically, have speakers for this to get talking stuff to items and stuff on the agenda for next week. However, since all of you people are here, okay, we will go ahead and let you air your grievances, and since you are here, instead of making you come back, now you may want to come back again next week, which is you're perfectly fine, because it will be a public meeting, and there will be a time people will sign up and want to speak. If you want to speak again next week, you may. All right, we're going to go ahead and let you do that. I know there are some people I believe who signed up. We do want to let you know that there is policy. We do, you can obviously speak, we're gonna go for a 5-minute time limit. I'm gonna say this, I don't have to say it, because I'm pretty sure you all want to address me anyways. All right, but normally you keep your comments to the chair, or board chair, which is me, and I'm sure that's where all your comments are gonna be directed towards tonight anyway. Okay, so, see, Mr. Wilkins, you're the first one to sign up. We're going to go ahead and let you get started.
Yeah, I'll be really brief, because all the folks that said they were coming out tonight actually showed up. I have a question. I have a neighbor that wanted me to ask you a question. You know, everybody's here about the S thing. I'm here about it, but quickly, 2 Saturdays ago, my next door neighbor had a large gathering. And when I got there, a few of the people that know I come to these meetings asked me what's going on with that board, why did they make that decision the way they made it. I told them I didn't know. Sam Flora was there, so I asked Sam how did it happen. And Sam told me he didn't know either because nobody contacted him. The question I'm asking for another neighbor here is, how did that happen? Was that decision made by the whole board? Did all of you participate in this? And if you did, how could you do that without including the athletic director? That's the question that I'm hearing out there a lot. That's what I'm asking. Now, was a decision made more by accident than by design? Meaning, did you deliberately bypass your athletic director? Because if you did, I think that's displaying a level of disrespect that certainly shouldn't be tolerated. Now, I may be way off base, but I'm feeling pretty solid about this. And this is what I'm hearing out there. To all you folks, I'll apologize to all you guys that I said that weren't going to show up this year here. I'm glad to see you. But that's the question. Who made the decision? Was the entire board involved? And should it have been done this way? Now, the S stuff, they feel more passionately than I do about it, so I'll let them.
Thank you for your comment. Mike, Andy, what's allowed to be done?
I wrote a couple of things down I want to talk about. Everybody does back and forth about hurricanes. I think it got to be changed anyway, because the whole time I was growing up here was the red Hurricanes, so I don't know where the red went, but I thought the red should have been included. As far as hurricane or hurricanes, the way I look at it, he's a hurricane, he's a hurricane, he's a hurricane. Together they're hurricanes. This whole table could be a team, and they would be hurricanes. Individually, there would be a hurricane, okay? Now, there's different teams. Most of them do end in an S, but there's actually a couple of good examples. In college football, there's the Miami Hurricanes. In the National Hockey League, there's the Carolina Hurricanes. And the last thing, in all due respect to you, Gary, we go back more than 50 years. I don't think one person should have ever made this decision. I definitely don't think there's anybody more respected in Newcastle athletics than him. Yeah, no say. That's all I got to say.
Mr. Sumner,
Yes, sir.
another former Red Hurricane.
Okay, hurricanes. I definitely agree with the young man here who came up there and spoke. And we go back a long ways, Gary. And you was a hurricane with the Hurricanes back in the days. You know, I looked on college. I looked in Pop Warner. I looked in everything with the SSR. I even looked and know that in basketball it was the Running Red Hurricanes, right? Okay, I'm sticking up for the field. Hurricanes was there since 1932, I believe. I might be mistaken, a couple years, or I might be right on. I feel that it was disrespectful on whoever feels guilty here on what they did and changed it without having a vote, if that's what happened. I don't know the whole circumstances, but I want to see it back Hurricanes. And I have all the respect in Sam Flora and all the Floras in Newcastle, and I have respect for you too, Gary, and everybody sitting here. There's a lot of Hurricanes that can't speak for this right now, that's no longer with us, that was a Hurricane, that played with the Hurricanes in unity. So guess what? I think I'm speaking for them too. So I just want to see that S put on the field. And that's all I got to say.
Good, thank you. And Mr. Harlan.
Hello. I just wanted to, this has to do with the S also, but if what the Newcastle News had last week, that it was your decision alone to do that, then that's wrong as a board for you to have done that. So hopefully this board will address that and make sure that that gets either voted on by you guys or some other action taken in that respect. And I thought I saw something yesterday or the day before that you guys, some of you were upset that that took place that way. So hopefully you're going to do that and address that and make it a motion, make it something to the board and bring it to the public to let that happen. Now, the Newcastle News, you know, we all know the story about Bugs Walther. He was my neighbor when I was a kid, but he called him a red hurricane on the field. And then through the 30s, I've done some research on this, through the 30s, they were pretty good with mostly calling it hurricane. But as you moved forward into the 40s, into the 50s, the Newcastle News was using the hurricanes all the time. Red hurricanes. You can go back through it, you can search through it. I've got a lot of data here if somebody wants to look at it afterwards. But they did use hurricanes all through it. Now, I also went and I spent some time looking at yearbooks. I thought the Newcastle News, and I know I feel that Coach Blundo doesn't like hurricanes either. So I don't think the Newcastle News and a basketball coach should get to name the team. I think that should be done through a corporate effort by the board or by the citizens. But the school board, I went through and looked at a bunch of yearbooks, Newcastle yearbooks, what the students called it. And most of the time, it's hurricanes throughout all the yearbooks. You'll find a few hurricane in there singular, but all the yearbooks through all the different years, and again, I have a lot of data on that we can look at. But so I think as a group, we need to look at it. I think the S is preferable for Newcastle and for the public, but hopefully that your board will address this and reverse what's happened and then fix what needs to be done. Thanks.
Thank you. Any other comments? Anybody else want to talk? Good. I'm gonna give you guys a couple, if somebody walked in, you didn't sign up, but we'll hear two more. I think Mr. Minock and Ms. Natal.
Hi, my name's Julie DeLillo.
Sure, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I know you.
And it was Natal, so you were right. I'm gonna take this off if you guys don't mind to speak. Okay, the reason I am here is I have a couple of questions on the letter S, of course. Was there a set of blueprints that were signed off by administration that had the name Hurricanes in the end zone?
We sign off on that, Joe? I mean, at some point in time.
Yeah, sure.
And it said Hurricanes.
I'm gonna be as honest with you as I can be.
Please.
I have no idea.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Joe, you've seen the blueprints
Yeah.
then? And it said Hurricanes.
It has an S, yeah.
Okay, so you made a phone call and got it changed. Was there a change order done?
Yeah.
A signed change order by
I didn't
the
sign-
school
I didn't
district?
sign a change order.
I did.
And you signed the change order that changed it to Hurricane?
Yep. It was
Wait.
a DocuSign, actually, not a change order.
It was what, I'm sorry?
A DocuSign signature that we had, somebody from the district had to sign off on it.
But was it ever brought to a vote?
No,
No.
that was not the process.
I don't understand how this all got changed. I don't.
No,
Ever
neither
since
does
I was
anybody else in the room.
I was in school at Newcastle, I bleed red and black. My children bleed red and black, and so do their children. We've been the Hurricanes. This is 50 years since I've been in school. I don't understand why it would be changed. And I do have another comment too. You know what? I've been a taxpayer in the Newcastle Area School District since I was 19 years old. I'm also a super voter. So a lot of you that are sitting here, I voted for. And if this is the way the board is going to be run, you'll never get another one of my votes. I've been voting since I was 18 years old. So the other thing, and it just sticks in my craw, we're paying somebody, and I believe, are you the acting superintendent? We're paying $700 a day, and no disrespect. I can't believe that we can't come to a decision to hire somebody.
This is a different conversation.
Yes, it is. Is my 5 minutes up?
I'm giving you guys the grace to be able to speak about the S. All right? I didn't have to give you that. I
Okay.
didn't have to give you that grace tonight, so we're not talking about anything
And there
else.
again, you're
Next week
saying
will be a
odd.
public meeting, and at that point in time, whatever other issues you guys want to bring up, you're more than welcome.
And once again, it's I. It should be we. So, that's all.
And this will be the last one.
Hi, everyone. You have to excuse my appearance. I just came from football practice, so I'm soaking wet. My name is Pat Minock, and I'm the RAC manager and the football coach here. And I think I have a kind of a unique ability to see this because I'm not a Newcastle native. I'm from Youngstown. So I don't really have a lot of, other than my kids going to school here, I don't really have a lot of skin in the game. But I never really knew up until a couple weeks ago that, let alone this was a big issue, even an issue at all. And that's where our kids stand. So a couple Saturdays ago, when I came around the corner and seen that field, and I thought, wow, beautiful. And then I seen Mr. Flora, absolutely livid, and it just took the wind out of our sails. We saw the S out of it, okay? So I thought, wow, maybe there was a mistake, I'm not sure, whatever, Sam's gonna get it worked out. Well, the kids had the same response that I did. They come around the corner, they see this beautiful field, the stadium's getting painted, lights coming down, they're all excited, and then they see no S in the end zone. So it just took the wind out of everyone's sails. So the kids are asking me questions that I can't answer. Coach Minock, Why isn't the S there? Why aren't they putting S there? Weren't the Hurricanes? You know, so being the RAC manager, I train all of our school teams, girls, boys alike. There's like 10 or 11 varsity and junior high teams. Throughout the past couple of weeks, all the kids coming through there, I have not heard one kid say they wanted the word hurricane. They all want Hurricanes. So my thoughts are this. The vast majority of the kids coming through our district are not going to go on and play college athletics. So my thoughts are, isn't it our job to give them good memories? That's what they should leave Newcastle with, good memories. So you have this big, beautiful stadium now, and it's been tainted for the kids, and that's why I'm here to speak for the kids. I couldn't drag the football team up here. They're still on the field. I didn't think it was right to drag all the kids from the RAC, but I guarantee you, they would come, if you took a vote, it would probably be unanimous. They want the word S up there. Now, I talked to Coach Blundell, and he and I are on different sides of the story. I'm the guy that put the letter S in the end zone with the agility bags. First of all, I'm an S guy. Second of all, I did it to lighten up the situations for the kids, you know, so that they thought it was kind of funny. But, excuse me, I'm getting dry tongue. Ralph mentioned that he thought that this might divide the community. I haven't seen anything like that. I think it's galvanized the community because not one person that I have spoke with over the past several weeks has wanted Hurricane. And I'm not going out there trying to talk to people about it. It's just, in one aspect, it's good because it's generated a lot of excitement about our new football coach, our new turf, and the football team, and our first game coming up in a couple of weeks. So, in that aspect, I'm here to support the kids. I really do believe if you'd ask the kids want the S, and that's all I have to say.
Anybody else have any other comments regarding the S? Good, thank you. I appreciate it. We are getting ready to do our meeting, our caucus. Yeah, you guys, I mean, we're just gonna go to regular board business thing now. You can say if you want, or you can leave. We're not gonna be talking about the S tonight, so.
Where do you want me to go? Peek.
Yeah.
Plenty of room, big room, he can sit anywhere he wants. Okay.
You want me to put it down?
You right here. Yeah.
It is, that's what I have right here. Oh, that's
Gonna stay, Pete, or go, or what?
Yes. Let's do that.
Hey, Joe.
Hour, well,